Hey guys, how's it going? It is Robbie with Open World Games, and man, I can't get enough of Watch Dogs. We're taking a look at the new digital trip Madness. This is gonna involve you running over demons and zombie-like creatures in the abandoned streets of Chicago. And then also we're gonna take a look at free roam and online hacking and how it's seamlessly integrated. So guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
And we have more gameplay. I mean, we can just go right back into it as we take these questions. We'll do our best.
So
there's a lot of people here.
There's a great interesting question, and I saw that really is different from what I'm used to see. So I want to ask, what is the motivation for Aiden to go after CTOS? That's an interesting assumption. You know, like, we're making a game where the universe in which you are as a company like Bloom with CTOS installed on it, but we are putting that as a backstory. I'm certainly not going to go into detail of the story.
Sure, no, we don't want that.
But let's just say that, like, CTOS is part of the context. It doesn't mean necessarily that it's core to the main, motivations of Aiden Pierce. I think that when you make a game about an open world, you want to make sure you're not making a single-story universe, which tend to suck. Like, imagine if you went around in Chicago street with Aiden and everybody would be talking about CTOS all day, or, like, everybody would talk to, about Aiden Pierce. So there is big roles that Blooms are playing in elements, but there's also other aspects of the universe that are playing roles, and also other that are playing smaller roles, so that people can really feel like they're getting in a real universe and not just like one of those Hollywood settings where everything seems to be leading you towards the same ending all the time.
Well, and it certainly helps whenever you look at somebody and you see their occupation and you see their income. I mean, that's an incredible amount of detail, which adds to the universe. It makes everybody seem alive.
And you see crimes happening. You just saw a crime there. Unfortunately, PY was a bit too slow on intervening, so there was an innocent victim there. Yes. So that's one of the examples of the information you'll get from a control center and the remote profiler. So you'll know if there's going to be a crime, you'll know roughly where it's going to happen, and then you can do something about it.
So we talked about digital trips a bit earlier. So why don't we just step into Madness for...
Yeah, go back one step, PY. So those are the four: Alone, Psychedelic, Spider Tank, and Madness. So we'll show you a little more of Madness because we've seen a lot of the Spider Tank.
Yes.
It's an homage to older games. I'll say it, Carmageddon. It comes to mind for sure.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. No. None of that.
But in reality, it's just a way for us to give players more fun.
You were gonna raise hell to get what you wanted, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. It's a game that has such a big serious tone to it. At the same time, you don't want to ignore just the pure fun of having quick, light pleasure out of an open world. We just didn't want that to destroy the tone of the game. So by putting that as some kind of a weird drug feeling, then players can decide to have a break of the serious tone and go nuts. I think that the Madness one, and they're all, like Danny said, some kind of homage to something. Madness is an homage to old school open city games, right? Like, but there's also Spider Tank is, you can think Ghost in the Shell's game. You can think old school, like cyberpunk era, but on crack. Like, there's the one with there's the one with the cyborgs and the people that's alone, and the enemies have cameras as heads, and that refers a lot to 1984 and those kind of stuff. So
in the realization as well, there's a lot of interesting detail. Like, if you take this one, listen to the dialogue and who's talking to you. So it's a little deeper than just a mini game. It represents an emotion of the character.
Yeah, people are talking about the music. They're like, yo, this music is rad. It's incredible. Yeah, just
Thank you.
Thank
you.
It's one thing that's worth mentioning, and all of those awesome digital trips were made by the Marceau team, so all the people in France. So we have the luxury of having different studios to work to add content to the game, and I think that's a perfect example of how you can leverage that. When you give huge liberty of creation to a team that have experience, they have a lot of fun doing crazy stuff, and it reinforces the game in a way that makes sense to us. So I think that was a great experience.
And so yeah, we're back in gameplay. Aiden just got off of a motorcycle.
Sick motorcycle.
Sick motorcycle, dude.
I had a question. How's the climbing? Basically, Aiden can climb on any object up to around 3 meters. So it's a kind of a parkour system if you want. So any obstacle, you can just go over it fairly easily, and that includes dynamic objects like vehicles on the street.
And now I don't know if people noticed, but something happened in PY's game.
Oh, someone actually invaded him.
Okay,
So he was basically in free roam. On the top left, he's been invaded. Essentially, someone in another game can come in and try to hack him and drive him mad. So by hacking like the pony.
The pony.
You said hack him and drive him mad. What do you mean by that? Just makes him just angry, or like a Mad Hatter?
It's basically fun to go in someone's game and create chaos and blackout without him knowing. But the goal is to steal some data from him.
So he's just identified.
So now he found the hacker. He needs to chase him. So basically,
wow! Wow! They just
crazy car
right
chases.
away.
Take a car.
Yep, I don't think you'll be able to catch him.
I got away.
Oh, not yet. So he still has a chance.
And now I know what you mean by make him mad. That got him really angry. Get out of here! What are you doing? And so wait, so
how many players in a multiplayer game? That's one of the questions.
Okay.
You can get up to 8 players, but it depends on which activity online you're talking about. The one you're seeing right now, which is kind of a seamless hacking invasion experience, is 1 versus 1. It's more intimate type of experience. It's also the case for the tailing, which is a softer version where you can just observe someone for a certain amount of time, succeed, and he never knows you were there in the first place. Race and Decryption Battle Team versus Team are 2 activity for next-gen console that can climb up to 8 players. On current-gen console, Decryption Battle didn't make it, but we have racing, and it's up to 4 players on current-gen. And there's also the bonus free roam mode, which is kind of only the sandbox, no crafted activities, but just the player who can have some fun defining their own rules and see what they can do together. That can go up to 8 players as well, and that's only for the next gen and PC.
So now the outside hacker was able to
escape. Unfortunately he escaped with data. They'll both get partial reward because one got a little bit of data and you protected yourself. The rewards will give you notoriety, so that is specific to online, and that goes up and down. So basically, the more efficient you are as a hacker, the more fame you'll get, the more notoriety you'll get, and that will unlock some skills in the skill tree. So it's basically a multiplayer.
But if you lose
level.
a lot, you can.
Yeah, actually, it goes down. So if you fail a lot, then you're unsuccessful.
So bottom line is be good at it.
Bottom line is it's easy at the beginning because the points kind of go up fairly easy, but on the long term it becomes more challenging, so it becomes more competition.
So what did you guys think of that? That was awesome. You got to see madness and then online hacking working within the free roam open world of Chicago. Don't forget, I'm going to be posting a ton of coverage of Watch Dogs, including multiplayer gameplay, and trying to squeeze in some gameplay sessions with you guys, the community, so look forward to that. And then also look forward to coverage of The Division, Far Cry 4, Assassin's Creed Unity, and so much more. Subscribe right here on YouTube and check us out on Facebook and Twitter to join our wonderful community. Guys, I really enjoy taking a look at your comments, and don't forget, like this video if you enjoyed it. It really does help out. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you next time.